Hello there, welcome back to the channel. My name's Harry from HS Carpentry, and in this video we begin some first fix work up in the roof space, ready for another kitchen. Now in this kitchen it's just going to be a temporary one for now, so we're going to be making it as a fitted kitchen, but with pre-built units from Howden's, a high street kitchen brand over in the UK. We're going to have all the appliances up here that you'd expect to find in a normal kitchen, and as I say, we're going to have two stud walls come up either side where we have one truss and two truss, so we're going to have a complete closed off galley kitchen, and then at a later date in a few years time we're then going to be having a roof terrace come out here, so the roof and the valleys will be coming off. We'll then build up the gable walls either side and then go further out onto the bay. So that's the plan for this video. We're going to focus on getting the stud walls up, getting all the timber work in place, ready for all the plasterboard down on both sides. Okay, so now we've got our first 4x2 in and we're nice and level following our laser line. What we're going to do now is set out for the plasterboard, just to make everything nice and easy, so everything's nice and efficient and we have as little waste as possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to allow for the plasterboard to run to the wall behind, okay? Then we're going to come from that and mark 600 and 1200 on the centre. So that there is 1200mm mark, so the centre of the board will finish on the centre of the stud. Alright, then obviously we have a 600mm stud, which will then be the halfway point of the sheet because it's going to the wall. So now then from that, once we have this one in, we can then pull the rest going from one side to make everything a bit easier for the laying out. Obviously we do this on 600 on centre for sort of stud walls. If it's going to be an external wall for a timber frame, we tend to put them on 400 centres, but for something like this, because it's such a small span and we have a few breaks, 600mm is perfectly adequate for what it is.
Shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Okay, so as you can see, we've got the remainder of our studs in up to where we're now going to be working with our floor. They're both parallel on each side, so it just gives us plenty of room. Once we've got the floor built up at the back there, we can then drop the remaining studs for the plasterboard to flow through. So I'll show you what we're going to do and explain the floor to you now. Okay, so now that we are starting on the floor, over here in the UK we're governed by a 2 metre minimum head height, which is represented by this laser line. Now this laser line is actually 2 metres and 20, we've allowed 20mm for plasterboard and plaster. So this is the line that we're going to be working to, alright. We've got a mark over here which is 600mm from that wall to our line. That's going to be the line where the front edge of the floor is going to stop and come through. Alright, so in the end we'll end up with an L shape that comes back across with cabinetry all the way along the top. So that way we're clear all of and stay within all of the restrictions, and don't encroach into any of those. Also have enough room up there and strong enough floor that it will take the weight of the cabinetry. Okay, so now as you can see, we have notched over the stringer on either side and we are following that laser line perfectly. So that's exactly where we want to be. Now the next step is going to be to get this fixed up. We're going to be, use what we've got, which is obviously the old floor joist from when, this house was first built. So we'll be fixing straight into that. Alright, we can then toenail into the trusses if we really want to. Don't think it's going to be necessary. And then we'll come forwards, make another one of these at our 600 mark, just around here somewhere. Have another one of these and then start throwing in the joists that way.
We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Okay, so now the time's come to remove the studs that are going to be in the way of the cabinets. So for this section here, we did have a strut here, but we've taken that out, as you saw. We now want a unit to sit on the inside of here for some of the white goods to go. That way it frees up some room on the inside of this kitchen here, of the galley kitchen on the inside. So the finish we'll end up with on the outside is that the doors will be flush with the wall, and obviously behind there will be the integrated appliances. They'll be removable, so they'll be, you'll be able to slide them out if you ever need to get access into the rest of the loft space from this section here. Make sure that everyone can get to whatever they need at any given time. And if there's ever a leak, it's easy enough to pull them out, get them out of the way, and then fix the problem. So that's what we're going to do. You can see we've got the mark up here. That is our top. That is the underside of the worktop. So now we need to come up another 45mm to allow for the stud to come across here, so that we've got a good fixing all the way around for not only our cabinets but also the plasterboard. Obviously we'll be building that through about 600 deep, plenty of room for the units, but also plenty of room so that we can then have a decent sized cabinet in there to get through into the rest of the loft. Okay, so this is obviously the existing, well, not the existing, but the one that we've already done. As you can see, we're probably going to have the dishwasher here, I should think, and then the washing machine there, because we feel like the sink should go here. So it's obviously close to the dishwasher. And obviously this is then going to be the strut that we're going to be taking out. So if the washing machine is going to go there, we'll probably have the dryer to go here, and then this side you'll then have a 600 by 600 space that people can crawl through to get access into behind there. So in reality it's going to be quite a nice sizable space for a plumber to crawl through. There's definitely smaller lofts out there with smaller access hatches, so like I say, now's the job. Cut the strut out, reframe up this section here. The studs above will remain so that we've got 600 centres for the plasterboard, and obviously we'll run another one down here, down beside the king post, which will then obviously take the carcass, and then the plasterboard can finish up to. On this side here, we will then come to our 1280. So we need 1280 on this one. That one's 1240. We need 1280 on this one for the two individual cabinets. So that will come from there down to wherever it finishes here, and then obviously the plasterboard can continue up to the cabinetry over there. So that's what we're up to now. Okay, so that's about the long and short of the first fix for the loft conversion slash kitchen room. Now, we're going to end the video here. Next time you see this space, we should have plasterboard on all the walls and the ceiling. The skylight will be in. Obviously, like I said, there'll be a separate video on us making and installing that. And then these cabinets should be in, and so that'll all come in the next video, along with making the doors and bits and pieces like that, getting all the white goods in, and getting this kitchen wrapped up. So if you enjoyed the video, please let me know, please leave a like, don't forget to subscribe. This obviously will be a small series on how we do things. Please go and check out all of our other videos as well. We've got another kitchen that we made on there, some doors and bits and pieces like that. Really helps out. And again, let me know what you thought of the video, let me know what we can change, what we can do better, and hopefully I'll see you again. Thanks.